Hey Colby, Jessica here from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me this morning and accepting this free video. I am super excited that you did because today I'm going to show you 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference in your business. And I know that it's going to because we've applied these same strategies with other restoration companies, over 50 of them throughout the US, and it's made a huge difference, okay? Right now, you guys have 0 organic traffic coming to your website, and that means you're missing out on 70% of those available jobs every single month by not having these strategies in place. Okay, so today we're going to talk 3 main strategies. We're going to talk about your content keyword strategy, your citations, and then finally backlinks, okay? So as you can see, we are here on your website. You have a decent website here. You got the basic foundation. Your website is secured, which is great. Now, when a website is being ranked on Google, it is not going to be based on appearance, but it is based on content. So content is always key, okay? Google does require separate pages for every major service you offer, and it does look like you have this at the minimum, which is perfect. Google wants every page, every service page to be specific to that one service. That's going to allow you to answer the questions your customer has and have an entire page devoted to that one service using the keywords related to that service in your area. So that's going to be really important. It looks like you do have those at the minimum, which is good. It also, you serve many areas, and it looks like you guys are based in Georgetown. So if I were in your shoes, I would have my homepage and these service pages based around Georgetown because it matches your Google business profile, and it's going to help your business profile as well as your website, okay? And then I would have a separate service area page for Austin and each of the areas you serve so that you're actually showing up in Google when people search, okay? 90% of people, when they search online, they're not going to know the name of your company, so they're not going to be looking for you specifically. They are going to be searching keywords related to these services, okay? So it is absolutely critical that your home page, being the most important page of your website, as it ties all of these pages together, this homepage here needs to have the summary of each of these major services, but it also needs to have the local keywords. So if we were going to go with Georgetown, it would be water damage restoration Georgetown, Georgetown water damage, mold removal Georgetown, etc. Okay, and people search differently. You want to capitalize on the different keywords they're searching to get the most potential customers to your site. So we definitely have to focus on those local keywords. And content isn't just written content, it is any videos and images. And so we need to make sure that everything is optimized on your site. So all your images, you want to make sure those are optimized with local keywords. So we got restoration, Austin, Texas, water damage cleanup, Austin, water damage repair tech. That is perfect. Those are a couple keywords and your brand. So we want to make sure that all of your images are optimized like that. Good job with that photo. And your written content. Now, this home page here needs a minimum of 1,500 words or more of content, of written content. If your competitors have 1,500, you're going to need more. So you're going to want 1,800 or 2,000 words of content on this home page. So whatever the competitor's doing, we have to do better. Google is sending crawlers to your website, which is scanning all of these images and all of the written content throughout your entire website to try and understand who you guys are, what you're about, what type of services are you offering, and where do you offer those services. So if we don't have the right pages, we don't have the right content, or a keyword strategy dialed in, Google doesn't have a good understanding. And if they don't understand, it's impossible for Google to send people to your website. Okay? So working on that keyword strategy and content is going to be absolutely critical. Now, if we look at your top competitor in Austin for water damage, we do have SERVPRO, but you don't have to compete against all of SERVPRO, only the ones in your service area. And these are all franchisees. And these guys are very limited on what they're allowed to do to their pages, okay? So they're not actually able to dial in any strategies or hyper focus on any keywords. So you guys actually have an advantage. And these guys are actually very beatable. We just have to do better. So like I said, better content, better quality content, more of it. Dialing in a strategy that works best for you guys and your goals. Having more pages, more long form blogs. All of those things are going to help you guys to be able to outrank SERVPRO and your other competitors, okay? Now, we all know when your competition does, not your competition, I'm sorry, your customers do a search, they'll do a search similar to this. And when they do, there's generally 3 spots that your business can show up and have a good placement in, meaning being at the top, okay? The first is generally going to be ads, and those could be cost per click ads or local service ads, and this could be really profitable for you guys if that's what you want to do, as long as you have everything dialed in. Your processes are dialed in, you have proper landing pages built for these, and not sending them to your main website. They can be really lucrative. But if not, it can be kind of a money pit, and you definitely have to dial those in first. Now, these next 2 sections are even more critical because this is where the bulk of traffic goes. This here is the Google Map Pack or Google Business Profile, okay? You want your profile to show up in the top 3 because 30% of people come straight to the maps and they don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're leaving money on the table and quite literally sending your customers to your competition. So you definitely would have to optimize your profile. And one of the main things that you're going to have to do is get citations. And citations are simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories. Directories are things like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, and House. And also your social media profiles are citations. So we need a lot of citations. We need more than our competition has. And those are going to help you a lot in this map pack. And then this third section here is the most critical section. This is your organic section. And this is critical because 60 to 70% of people, they'll skip the ads, they'll skip the maps over here, and they'll come right here to this organic section. And so when you're not in this section, you're losing 60 to 70% of the jobs available every single month. So in order for your website to show up here, it all comes back to the foundation of this website. Having the proper pages, the proper content, and keyword strategy, and then supporting that with backlink SEO. Okay, so this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to learn how your website is performing. And we can see here you have a score of 0.4 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow. This is for your domain as a whole, the whole website. And this score is based on partly the quality of your website, but more so power you're sending to your website. Like everything else, your website is a tool, and tools require power. So we send power to your website with backlinks. So you need a lot of backlinks. Good quality do follow backlinks. Not all backlinks are created equal. So you only want to go after good quality links that are closely related to the services that you're offering. So these are going to be coming from other home home service business websites, vendors, etc. Okay? You don't want to go after high-ranking sites just because they're high-ranking, like Taco Bell or Pizza Hut, because you don't serve food. And so even though those are high-ranking sites, they would actually do more harm than good. Okay, so once you get those good quality sites, we want more than our competitors. And as we do that, Google's trust gets higher, the score goes higher, and it's going to promote your website higher in the rankings, and it's going to help rank keywords. Okay, now currently, because you don't have a whole lot of content, you've only been indexed for 6 keywords, and you're getting 0 people to your website on average per month. If we look at your keywords, there's 10 spots per page on Google, and we can see you're not actually ranking for any keywords. So you're missing out on all of the potential searches every single month. Now, if we look at SERVPRO, we're not looking at their entire website, only this specific location. And they're not doing any SEO, which makes sense because they can't do anything to fix it. But because of how powerful this website is, it is able to push power to these back pages. And in doing so, has allowed them to rank keywords. They've got over 47. And so this one specific location is getting at least 200 people to their website every single month. And then when we look at those keywords, these are those local keywords that I mentioned. Okay, local buyer intent keywords, and they are ranking here on the first page. So the higher you are in position and ranking, the more the potential traffic you can get. And at the highest level, usually gets anywhere from 32 to 40% of that traffic. So for every 100 searches, you could be getting 30 to 40 people every single month to your website, and that's just the one keyword. Okay, so again, SERVPRO is absolutely beatable, but you do have to apply these strategies that I've just shown you today. So please feel free to take these strategies, run with it, apply it yourself, and get started today. Get more jobs and help more people in your community. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, you can give us a call here at Peterson SEO, because this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with companies just like you guys. So please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have. You can respond to my emails, send me a text, or give me a call at this number here, and we'd be happy to chat. And if you don't mind, if you could please respond to my email, let me know that you got this video, and I would love to get your feedback so I can keep making these better. Thank you again for your time today, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.